Hello all, I am the Holland Phantom, and for today's video we're going to be having a live battle from the 2018 format. On one side, we've got the Malamar Necrozma deck, as used by Jeff Kolenc, the Masters Division finalist from the 2018 World Championships, going up against the Rayquaza GX deck, as used by Pedro Torres, a Masters Division semi-finalist. So we'll see which of these two decks can take the victory today. But before we begin, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and to my Twitter account, at Holland_Phantom, so you don't miss out on any new Pokemon TCG content. And now with it out of the way, let's get into the battle! And here we go, the battle has started, with both players flipping over their starting Pokemon. On the Malamar side, we've got a Rangaroo as the active Pokemon, and on the Rayquaza side, we've got Marshadow as the active Pokemon. The Rayquaza side is going first, playing Mysterious Treasure as their first item, discarding a Lightning Energy from their hand, to then search the deck for Rayquaza. And there we see Rayquaza GX coming down, activating its ability, Stormy Winds, discarding the top 3 cards of the deck, and then attaching a discarded Grass Energy onto itself. The manual attachment is going to be another Grass Energy coming down into Marshadow, and then the player activates Choice Band, equipping it onto Rayquaza, followed by Professor Sycamore to discard the rest of their hand, to then draw 7 brand new cards. So let's see what they get off this brand new hand. Next card played is going to be an Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards from the player's hand to then search the deck for any one Pokemon. And the one chosen is going to be a second Rayquaza GX. So we might be seeing another Stormy Winds ability activating pretty soon. And yes we do, the second Rayquaza comes down, also activating Stormy Winds, discarding another 3 cards from the deck, and attaching a Grass Energy onto itself. So we've got 3 Grass Energy on the Rayquaza side so far. Next item is going to be a Max Elixir, looking at the top 6 cards of the player's deck, and then attaching any basic energy found there to one of their benched Pokemon. And now we've got a Lightning Energy onto the first Rayquaza. It just needs one more energy to start attacking. Turn passes, and now let's see what Malamar can do. The first Pokemon coming down into the bench is going to be Dawnwing's Necrozma GX, followed by Mysterious Treasure, discarding a Psychic Energy to search the deck for which Pokemon? It's going to be an Inkay. Inkay is going to be the main energy accelerator of this deck once it evolves into Malamar. The manual attachment from the hand is going to be a Psychic Energy coming down into Necrozma. And the supporter is going to be Cynthia, shuffling away the player's hand, and then drawing 6 brand new cards. Here we see the 6 new cards coming down. So let's see if the player gets any more Pokemon to put down onto their bench. Looks like both sides started off with not so good basics on the opening turn. Another Mysterious Treasure is activated, searching for a second Inkay. Followed by the item Acrobike, looking at the top 2 cards of the player's deck. The player chooses one of those cards to discard and then keeps the other one in their hand. And here we see a Max Elixir on the Malamar side. Looking at the top 6 cards, let's see if they get any Psychic Energies off these cards. Yes, they do. There we see the second Psychic Energy coming down into Necrozma. Just needs one more to start attacking. And that's going to be it. So pretty good starts for both sides. On the Rayquaza side, a second Grass Energy comes down into the bench Rayquaza, and Marshadow pays the retreat cost to promote Rayquaza GX. And there's the attack, Dragon Break. Taking a 1-hit KO against a Rangaroo, and now Rayquaza takes the first prize of the game. Now over to the Malamar side, Inkay comes up as a new active Pokemon, and it evolves into Malamar, and now has access to its Psychic Recharge ability, attaching a discarded Psychic Energy onto any benched Pokemon on its side of the field. So an energy comes down to Necrozma, and now Necrozma activates its ability Invasion, jumping into the active spot. So Malamar does not have to repair its retreat. And there's the attack. It's going to be the GX attack, Moon's Eclipse GX, hitting for exactly 180 damage, taking a 1-hit KO against Rayquaza and taking 2 prizes, and also Necrozma cannot be attacked on the following turn. Really powerful attack, but can only be used once per game. On the Rayquaza side, a Lightning Energy comes down into the bench Rayquaza, and that's going to be it. No other cards are played. Turn quickly passes over to Malamar. The player equips Floatstone onto Necrozma and then attacks with Dark Flash, taking another 1-hit KO, and that's 3 prizes taken in 2 turns. On the Rayquaza side, a third energy comes down, followed by a Choice Band, increasing its attack power by another 30, so it can use its Dragon Break attack for 120 damage. On the Malamar side, a second Malamar comes down, so now they have access to 2 Psychic Recharges, and the player activates Mysterious Treasure, discarding another Psychic Energy to search for another Psychic Pokemon. And here we see Lunala Prism Star. Prism Star Pokemon are very powerful. You can only have 1 per deck. Here we see one of the Malamars activating its Psychic Recharge ability, attaching a discarded Psychic Energy onto Lunala. And the manual attachment from the hand is going to go onto Lunala as well. It just needs 2 more energy to start using its big attack, Psy Storm. Necrozma hits Rayquaza with the Dark Flash attack for 120 damage. And on the Rayquaza side, the player attaches another energy and then hits with Dragon Break, taking a KO against Necrozma. And now Rayquaza takes 2 more prizes. Both sides are tied at 3 prizes remaining apiece, although Rayquaza is in a really bad spot right now. It's only got 60 HP remaining. On the Malamar side, both Malamar activate their abilities, getting 2 discarded Psychic Energy back onto Lunala, so it is fully powered up and ready to attack. And if it could get into the active spot this turn, it can knock out Rayquaza this turn. But first, the player benches a Tapu Lele GX, activating its Wonder Tag ability, searching the deck for Professor Sycamore to add to their hand. So it looks like the player's trying to dig into their deck to find a way to get this Malamar out of the active spot. So what they need is a Float Stone to give Malamar a free retreat. There's the new cards being drawn. Did they get the Float Stone? If they did, they can win the game this turn. Looks like they didn't get it yet. They activate an Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards from their hand to search the deck for another Inkay to put down onto their bench. So with Malamar stuck in the active spot, it's probably going to be getting knocked out in the following turn. Although the Rayquaza side does need to get more benched Pokemon, because if this Rayquaza gets knocked out, they will lose the game automatically, with no more Pokemon to promote. Yeah, that's the pass of the turn. Malamar could not retreat. On the Rayquaza side, the player activates Acro Bike, looking at the top 2 cards of their deck, discarding 1 and keeping the other. Let's see what they got. And yes, they got exactly what they need, another Rayquaza, activating its Stormy Winds ability, discarding 3 cards from the top of the deck, and they can attach any discarded energy onto itself. So there we see a Grass energy coming down into Rayquaza. And now the player activates Max Elixir, looking at the top 6 cards once again, and a second Grass energy comes down into Rayquaza. So the new Rayquaza just needs 1 more energy to start attacking on the following turn. And there we see another Max Elixir. They might get it. Let's see what they got. They just need 1 more Lightning Energy. Oh, but they didn't get anything! They failed that search of the top 6 cards. So hopefully they already have the Lightning Energy in hand, but they go straight for the attack. Dragon Break, taking a 1-hit KO against Malamar. And now Rayquaza's in the lead with 2 prizes remaining. On the Malamar side, Lunala comes up as a new active Pokemon, fully powered up. The third Inkay evolves into another Malamar, and now the player puts Marshadow GX down into their bench. Both Malamar activate their Psychic Recharge abilities, attaching 2 energy onto the new Marshadow, so just powering up a new attacker just in case, and the manual attachment also comes down into Marshadow, so now it's got 3 Psychic Energies. And there's the attack, Psy Storm, taking a KO against Rayquaza, and taking 2 more prizes. Malamar's just down to 1 more prize, they just gotta knock out 1 more Pokemon to win the game. The final Rayquaza comes up. Does the player have the Lightning Energy? There we see another Acro Bike looking at 2 more cards. And yes, they got it. Another Lightning Energy. So Dragon Break can hit for up to 120 damage. With the Choice Band, not enough to take a KO against Lunala, unfortunately, but they can knock out a Malamar. There's the attack Dragon Break, and now both sides are tied at 1 prize, but Lunala can take this final KO. Yeah, there's the attack Psy Storm to take the final KO and the final prize. And there's the handshake. Malamar is your winner. So what did you guys think of that battle? Let me know down in the comments below. And be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video to help this channel grow and reach new viewers. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, this is the Holland Phantom logging out.